Good day, everybody. This is Japic checking in with you for another one of our quick cooking videos. Not going to be a whole lot of cooking today. Mostly there's going to be a little bit of roasting, a little bit of preparation. But as the title certainly suggests, we are going to be making roasted Tomatillo Salsa. So the roasting is really the only parts that are going to be in the cooking part. The rest is all going to be done basically cold, as it were. But tomatillos, if you guys don't know what those are, tomatillos are a certain type of tomato. When they're out of the wrappers, they look like this. I was given some this week, but usually you'll find them in the store. They're looking a lot like this. And to get them out, you have to peel them out of their paper and wash them. The insides of these are sometimes there's a little bit of dirt, but then they're kind of sticky in here. That's what keeps the paper on. But then they end up having basically like this kind of blossom left over. That's the paper off of these. But you'll find them, it's in a lot of Mexican recipes, tomatillos that is. And the salsa can also be called chili verde, referring to green. But what we're going to be needing is I've got just under a pound of tomatillos here. I have a medium onion, a couple of limes. I have 4 cloves of garlic still in their paper. We're going to roast them as is. 2 jalapenos and 2 of what I believe, I don't know for sure, these were once again gifted to me. I believe they're cariba, I think is how they're pronounced, C-A-R-I-B-A peppers, unless I'm mistaken. Based on their size and their shape, I think that's what they are. And if so, they're just a little bit hotter than a jalapeno, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to get these all prepped up and onto a roasting pan here in a minute. I've got my oven preheating right now to 450 degrees, and my rack is not on the highest setting, but it's pretty close to the boiler so that we can have a good roast on these. And we're going to roast the tomatillos and the peppers and the garlic, and then one other thing we're going to need, I don't have it in front of me, we're going to need some, I'm going to use vegetable stock, but you can also use chicken stock. I want to make sure that my niece, who is currently doing a vegetarian thing, make sure that she can enjoy it as well, so I'm not going to put any meat into this. But I'm going to have about a cup of vegetable stock or chicken stock, if that's what you prefer. So let me get these ready in the roaster, and I'll see you guys here in a second. Okay, here we have everything in our roasting dish. I just tossed everything with a little bit of olive oil. I drizzled it over the quartered up onion, and I don't think I said it earlier in the ingredients, but we also have cilantro. I'm sure you saw it, but I didn't say the words. So yeah, lime, cilantro, tomatillo, heat, garlic, and onion. I was thinking about doing roasted leeks, but they didn't have any, so I guess we're going to go this way. I get these in the oven, rotating them over every, I don't know, 5 or so minutes. Try to get some crust on these things, and I'll bring them back out. See you soon. Okay, it's been 20 or 25 minutes. I've rotated these a number of different times. I say 20 or 25 because honestly I wasn't paying very close attention. A lot of my tomatoes are starting to burst, which is fine. So what we're going to do right now is we've got this other vegetable broth aforementioned. This is warmed up already, and we're essentially going to be kind of deglazing the pan a little bit with it. So I'm going to put this cup of fluid in here, and then I'm going to seal this up with some foil and let it sit for probably about 30 minutes and let everything steam. So I will be seeing you guys in about 30 minutes when this cools off enough that I can touch it. Alrighty, it's been about 25 minutes since these have been sitting here steaming in the foil. The peppers need to be stripped, get the skins pulled off. They're not terribly tasty. If I can get the darn things. So I'm going to spend a couple minutes peeling these, get everything ready to go, and I'm going to pull probably most of the seeds out of these peppers. But we'll put that down. See how this goes. If anybody's never roasted a pepper before, having them roasted and then steam, it releases the skins from the main pepper part. And if you can get a hold of the darn things, they're awful slippery. So I think I'm going to have to get a tool to help me with this. But I just want to pull these skins out of the way and get rid of them. They are not tasty, not good mouthfeel. But yeah, we'll work with these, and I'll see you guys here in a few. Okay, folks, back to it. So I've skinned these to the best of my ability, removed some of the seeds and some of the veins from inside. There's going to be a lot more heat in them. I don't yet know how much heat is going to be in this. I might end up bringing a third jalapeno into the mix after the fact if it's a little too mild for me. We're going to see how it goes. But we've got all of our roasted tomatillos, our roasted onions. I've kind of rough chopped those, and the peppers. Now for me though, unfortunately, I don't own a food processor. All I have is a little hand crank one. So I'm going to do a couple batches of this. I'm going to work probably about halves for what's going to go into this. So we're going to throw half of our jalapeno, a couple of our cloves of garlic, and a half of this other pepper, which admittedly I still don't know what it is. I was expecting a little more heat when I taste tested it. I wasn't finding any heat in it, so maybe, I don't know. It's a yellow pepper. I'm gonna get some of our tomatillos in here, about half of those. Some of our onion, and about half of this liquid from the pan. I'm gonna rough chop this a little bit, and then we're gonna add some cilantro. So bear with me for a second, I'm gonna make some noise. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer to our consistency we want. So let's get some fresh cilantro in here. And then we're also going to cut open one of these lemons. And if anybody doesn't know, when it comes down to doing things like citrus and you're trying to work them for the juice, you want to try to smash them down on the counter beforehand. Loosen up their membranes a little bit, because the more that they hold on to their juices, the less you're going to get out of that lime. So by kicking its butt a little bit, you get to loosen it up. So I'm going to get some juice in there, and then we'll move on. I'll go back to cranking this stinking thing. Well, the texture would probably be a little bit better in a real food processor, but I'm going to take it and move this over into my other bowl and get the other half of this put in. See you guys when we've got all of it mixed up and in our bowl together. Wanted to take this quick opportunity to remind you all of the Gamers and Geeks playlist that Vault Girl and I have been having going on our channels for a long time. It is a community-driven playlist, and of course we're always looking for more contributions from the community, looking for more people to share their food, share their loves, their interests. And it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't need to be difficult. It just needs to be good food that you enjoy and you want to share with everybody else. So do us a favor, check out the list if you're not familiar with it, and do consider contributing. We'd love to hear what you've got to say on the topic. Just get your videos recorded to Vault Girl or myself, and we will add them to the playlist. Please don't forget to mention the Gamers and Geeks playlist so we can continue to support those who have already contributed to the project. Okay, this is everything all put together. Let's get in here and we'll see what we think before we take it out of the mixer. If we need to make any adjustments, now's the time. Now, this is one of those times where I do kind of wish I had a food processor. However, it's the first time I've wished I've had a food processor in years. So, I mean, do I really need one? I don't know. Anyway, there it is. By and large, Tomatillo Salsa is generally not terribly hot, but of course it depends on the spices you put into it. Let's get into this and see what we think. The flavor is good. I think it needs a little bit more salt, a little bit more lime. I'm not huge on cilantro, so I don't think I need to bury this anymore in it. And some people think it tastes like dish soap, so for you, you probably don't want to put this in at all. But I think I'm going to squeeze another half a lime into this, and another pinch of salt, and give it another mix. And get it prettied up a little bit into something else you can see, and we'll do an outro here. See you soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. I'm sorry to say that, you know, it's salsa. You can only do so much with it to try to show it off. But there it is in a bowl. Pretty as we can make it. It's got some great flavor to it. Not terribly warm. Once again, if you want to kick it up, you certainly can. As before, also, if you guys wanted to get involved with the Gamers and Geeks playlist, please do consider getting in touch with myself or Vault Girl. In the meantime, I'm going to be eating some of this salsa. So let me get to it and we'll see how we go here. Yep, I'm going to go eat the rest of this bowl now. So, you all take care. Happy eating. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.